What's up, guys? It's Levi. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. So I did get a question from Kelly today about her horse. Now, I have previously worked with Kelly and her horse, so I do know a little bit about the situation. But she did have a question, and I want to dig into that question. I really enjoy answering these questions and hopefully maybe help somebody else out. That's why we do the videos, to maybe help that. So let's get right to it. Kelly writes, "Hi Levi, I have a couple questions on slowing down my horse on the trail. You have worked with me on this and I've watched the video you put out also. I've started working on this with Tommy. We rode in our paddock and felt we did pretty good. So my question is, when I pick up that one rein and start to soften his head to me and he responds and slows, do I continue the full circle so we are back heading the same direction, or immediately let go and move out? This went really well for us, but then I decided to take him out of the paddock. His walk was faster almost right away. His good friend lady was running the fence, and he was a little spooky acting also. As I worked on the slowdown turn with him and kept my cool, my energy was low, but he fought me to soften, and then the turn got faster instead of slow. So when something like this happens, should I have just taken him back into the paddock to continue to have a nice lesson? I did not want to end on a sour note, so we just kind of hung out in the saddle, looking around, and desensitized him. And one more thing, how long per lesson should I spend working on that exercise? Thanks so much." Kelly, I want to thank you for the question. Like I said, I really do appreciate when you guys send questions in and I get to wrestle with them, figure out which one I'm going to use for the next video. So I do appreciate that. And we're able to do that. So we kind of got three questions here that I want to dig into. So, but what Kelly was referring to is, I've had a previous video when you have a hot horse, you get that turning exercise down. So when you go into a turn, the horse slows down instead of speeding up. So that's what Kelly was referring to the other video, which I explained all of that stuff out. So her first question, again, I'm going to rephrase that real quick. When I pick up that one rein and start to soften his head to me and he responds and slows, do I continue the full circle so we are heading back in the same direction, or immediately let go and move out? The minute you feel him slow down, Kelly, let go and let him move out right away. Now, you can still stay going the same way. So let's say, for example, you're working to the left and you bring him into a circle and he immediately slows down. Just stay going left, except it don't matter where you're going. So you don't have to be working on the rail to make this happen, or go in a certain area or certain place to do this stuff. Just get what you need and keep moving on. So this is how I look at it. The minute my horse softens and slows down, that's my straight. So wherever that is, that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go straight towards that area. And then remember, I walk out 4 or 5 steps and I do it again. And so wherever the horse slows down, I let him go. That's my straight. So I might be going crooked in the arena or in the paddock, wherever I'm doing that stuff. So the minute they do it, let go. Definitely. So that's a good question. And then to hit on the next one, says, should I have just taken him back into the paddock to continue to have a nice lesson? So if my horse is just so worked up, like if they're really buddy sour, and I know they can't handle that stress, I'm probably going to work longer in the arena before I try to leave. It's not fair to them to put them in that stressful situation. So I really want to make sure that when I go out, I want to make sure they're going to be able to handle the stress, because that's practically what we're doing, is stress. Now, it doesn't mean I'm never going to go out. At some point, we're going to have to say, hey, suck it up. We're going to get out and we're going to make things happen. So I would have tried pretty much, when I go out, I'm going to try to at least get them to calm down. So what am I going to do? I'm really going to turn them hard into that circle till they calm their feet down. As quick as I get calmed down, I let them walk back out again. But don't wait till he goes too fast again. Now, I don't know if that's what we did, because you didn't have that in the email, but I'm just really emphasizing that is, don't wait till he goes too fast again before you do your next turn. So essentially what we're doing is we moved our arena outside of where you've been. So if it's like leaving the barn, that's kind of where we're going to do it, in that area now. And we're going to work 4 steps out, do it again. 4 steps out, do it again. Don't wait till he walks fast and then work on it. We don't want that. Do it so you continue to keep his mind right. So a weird little thing that we do as humans is we tend to wait until we need something. That's where we want to go to. That's where we want to get away from, is we want to work on it so when we need it, our horse knows what it means. Let me say that again. We always tend to wait till we need something to work on it. I don't want that. I want to work on it early so when I need it, my horse knows what it means. So always remember that. So that's what I'm just saying. So don't wait till your horse goes too fast. I want you to work on that. So let's say you're leaving the barn and your horse is like speeding up. Start working that. Every 3 steps, 2 steps, turn. And when he goes faster, keep him in that hold. And the minute he slows down, you got to let him go. Now, if things just keep getting worse and worse, you probably better go back and really get it sharp again in the paddock area or your arena area, wherever that is, and work there again. But man, oh man, I'm going to get back out there, especially your horse, Kelly, because he's already, he's been around the block a couple times. So we want to make sure that I'm not going to be okay with him just slugging around and not wanting to leave. At some point, we're going to say, hey, it's time to go. And then we have to know what to do to keep his mindset right to continue that whole ride. And also, a lot of times when I get that is, when I get out there and I got that mind right, I'm actually going to work a little bit, like get out and do like an extended trot or something and move him out and really get him to focus and get that mindset with you. So that's definitely what we're looking for on that side of it. So, and then the last question was, how long per lesson should I spend working on this exercise? Excellent question. Excellent question. And it's a really simple answer until we like it. So when you like it, stop doing it. I'm not going to keep pestering my horse. I'm going to do it like, let's say 5 or 6 times and they're good. It's time for me to move on and go do something else. I'm not going to bore my horse to death. So hear what I said. When they do good 5 or 6 times right in a row, stop doing it. But go do something else. If you have to do something else to keep your horse in a good mindset, switch exercises, whatever that might be. But I really hope this helps out for when you get down on that trail. And this works on any horse. But remember, don't do this first on the trail. Always make sure you do this first at home, paddock, wherever that is. And make sure my horse is really good at home before you take them away, or before you try to take them away where they're comfortable at. Funny little story my dad always said when we were kids. He said if we were misbehaved when we were at home, he knew we were going to be misbehaved when we leave. And that, to my dad, I think was a little embarrassing. So he wanted to always make sure that we were behaving at home, and the chances of behaving away from home was way higher. That's kind of what I'm looking for with the horses. So I want you to keep that in mind with everything we said. So Kelly, I appreciate the question again. And if you have a question, feel free to email us, beachyhorsemanship@yahoo.com. And if you haven't already, feel free to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. We got them on as well. And we will see you next time. Talk to you soon.